All right, let me start this watch list video, which is going to be for my watch list for, let's see, Tuesday, January 2nd, because tomorrow is a holiday. Let me wish everybody a happy and healthy new year, and really looking forward to trading with everybody in 2018. Real quick, the description to this video, in the description of this video, is a link to our trading course or trading course chat room combo special offer for New Year. So it expires January 2nd. So click down, you'll see it in the description to this video. The SPY on Friday actually had some range, right? If we go to intraday, had a really nice sell-off there at the end of the year. That doesn't concern me at all. I just assume it's people locking in profits for the year. End of year profit taking, whatever you want to call it. But, we're still kind of hanging out near all-time highs. Here's what I have going into Tuesday. It's my watch list, all right? IPWR made a huge move from, if I give you the lows here, it went from $1.09 to 285 in 3 sessions, right? 1, 2, 3, before reversing intraday on that third day. Now we've got 2 days lower. I'm going to start watching this. I think this one might turn back up nicely on Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see. It kind of depends. It's considered to be one of the cryptos or crypto related just because of a headline. Please don't email me and say, hey, you mentioned this stock or this stock or this stock is crypto, and it's really not. A lot of them really aren't if you delve into what they do, but they've run on recent headlines where they're getting into blockchain or whatever, right? So as a trader, I don't really care because I'm in cash every night. I'm looking for intraday trades, and these things, as you can see, I'll go like 15-minute candles on IPWR, make some huge moves, right? You can make some really nice money on moves like that. So anyway, that one's been pretty good to me last week. So we're going to keep that one on watch. SGLB, pretty similar chart, big pop, then what now, 4 days lower. I'm going to watch that one for a potential bounce on Tuesday. SAEX, some of the low priced, what are the baby oil plays, if you want to call them that, have been moving pretty well. And SAEX was a former, if I pan out, I'll probably be able to see it. Well, not really. Other than back here, SAEX went nuts from 10.19 to the very next session, 75 bucks. It's one of those that just went crazy. It's hard to predict when that's going to happen, but then it's gone into really not much of anything. And then as I scroll, you can see it's all of a sudden getting nice volume again. Had a really nice 3-day run, and now it's pulled back for a few days. So pretty good setup here, especially if oil shows any strength. This one might just break out and retest and maybe break recent highs. So I like this setup in SAEX. And a low-priced oil stock that you could also watch. I don't have it on the watch list, but TAT had this big pop, consolidated, and now a big pop. Sellers came in. Let's see, this would have been on Thursday, and then Friday right back up. So that's kind of a strong one, which made me look to SAEX, just so you know. LIVE gapped up, I think, on earnings. This would have been on Thursday. I mean, that's an insane move, and its intraday high on Thursday was 26.50, and with the rest of the session, it closes around 20. Then the next day now on Friday closes below 16. There's a lot of people underwater in this thing, but I think it's worth watching. If we get some kind of a narrow range and then a break to the upside, you might get kind of a little mini short squeeze as shorts are kind of pushing their luck now. I mean, we're getting closer and closer to a gap fill, so this one might get a nice intraday pop. Remember, I look for things to make me some money on an intraday basis and back out, so live's worth watching. LINU had this big pop. Intraday, it went from 172 to 336 on Thursday, closing at 204 on Friday. Sometimes we get a third day play right back up there. I'm going to watch that one. LTBR. It's kind of a weird chart because you have this big topping tail and now 2 red days, and it's almost round tripped. But this thing did start the rally at about $1, right? And ends up going over $2. Now we're down at $1.22. Another possible candidate where they might pile in if we get some volume and, kind of a opening range breakout or something like that. It's kind of what I'm thinking on LTBR. Definitely goes on watch. HMNY. This was on watch for Friday. I had no trades in it, but it had this big volume day on Thursday. Thursday's high was 698. Friday's high 697. So maybe over 7. This one might get going. So we'll keep our eyes on that. This one's kind of obscure, but MICT, big move here, and then it really found support between 95 cents and $1, and then had a nice kind of pop, subsequent pop here on December 21st that went to $1.30, and it's been kind of grinding, but it's holding the 20-day and it's starting to get some green candles. I think this one it's a pretty good setup chart-wise for a rip higher, right? Get through this 4 or 5 day consolidation, then you might retest and maybe break out over this $1.30 and then just rip. So it's a pretty handsome chart. I want to watch it, even though it only traded 122,000 on Friday. That's my big problem with it. There's not a lot of volume, not a lot of people watching it. But I do like the chart setup a lot. ADOM had this really nice 2-day move. I'll give you the numbers here, from 240 to 673 in less than 2 sessions. Pulled back for a couple days, and I'll go to 15-minute candles here. Seems to have found support on Friday in this base right here. So I like it. I mean, maybe over the half, maybe over 450 on Tuesday. We'll see. See how it trades. I don't just ever pick a price and say no matter what I'm getting in at that price. I got to see how the market opens. I got to see how ADOM opens and see if we get any kind of setup. But that one's kind of interesting too. DMPI put in a high here in mid-November at $1.20, gapped up just about 4 sessions ago and hit $1.19. So it looks really good over the $1.20 area and pulled back for a couple days. Seems to be finding support. Here it is on 15-minute candles. Looks pretty good over Friday's high, over $1.10. That might get us through that $1.20. And then over that, you kind of have blue skies. So I like the setup here in DMPI. A couple more. IZEA. For this stock, it was pretty nice volume on December 26th, especially considering December 26th is usually low volume day anyway. And it went to 483, and it's kind of flagging since then. Kind of like it over the 2-day high here. Maybe like over 460, that might retest and then kind of break out. So we'll keep our eyes on IZEA. And lastly, GCAP, which is a weird chart because you had the huge pop, then you had a huge gap, and ends up closing right about where it closed on after the huge pop on Thursday. 26 million shares traded on Friday. Wow. But sold off most of the day. So this is a weird chart. I really don't know what to do with it, but if we get a low-risk setup, I think it might be worth a shot. I'd like to see it personally. I'd like to see it come down another day and then give me a setup. But anyway, I think it's worth watching. We'll also find, as a team, some gappers in the pre-market on Tuesday to add to this list. So there'll be plenty to watch. Again, have a great 2018. Looking forward to trading with y'all.